Joining us now is Jim Pethokoukis, economic policy analyst at the America Enterprise Institute, CNBC contributor as well, and author of the new book, The Conservative Futurist. Jimmy, good to have you here. Let's assume, I guess, if we can try to assume that Jordan ends up as speaker under whatever terms and agreements. What do you think the implications are in terms of, Congress tackling this budget issue?
Yeah, well, I think it's an interesting situation. It's kind of like, the fire department hiring a guy whose only experience is using a flamethrower. Like, that's kind of the situation. This is not a recipe for having no shutdowns and coming together on bills. Listen, Jim Jordan's a hardliner who is going to get this job, if he gets it, because of other hardliners. That is a recipe for conflict, for a long shutdown, and not much else getting done for a long time.
Well, he'll get the job because of hardliners, but with the at least agreement initially of moderates who seem to want to make sure we don't have some kind of prolonged government shutdown. So you don't have a lot of trust in that process?
Yeah, well, I think these moderates, what they don't want is to have the United States House Representatives be leaderless, be completely non-functional for an extended period of time when we're already backing one war, when you got another war breaking out. It just seems like that is just not sustainable. So there needs to be someone occupying that position. I would be very surprised if these moderates think, well, if Jim Jordan is speaker, we avoid another shutdown. I think that's a leap.
Well, then play it out for us then, assuming you get a shutdown of some duration. Usually, Wall Street says ignore it. They usually pass. We get by them because we have to ultimately. But do you actually think that it's going to create anything different in spending levels, or is it just going to be, let's fight a lot along the way to the inevitable?
Yeah, I don't think at the end of the day, Republicans are going to get lower spending. I don't think they're going to at all. The only thing that is for sure is that they will get a lot of political blame, and there will be a lot of suffering politically, which I think Jim Jordan is prepared to take on. But I think an extended shutdown, 2-3 weeks, I think Wall Street is generally right that that this doesn't make a huge difference. It's not like the debt ceiling deal, which had huge political and economic implications, but it could have huge implications again for 2024, and that does have economic implications.
Really quickly, what's going to happen to defense spending?
Boy, I tell you, if you look at what the CBO says, we're supposed to be on a gentle glide path toward lower defense spending as a share of GDP. It really, to me, does not seem like that is very likely to happen, given the world. You can look at whether you want to look at Asia, you want to look at the Middle East, look at Europe. Either spots that are already hot, others getting hotter, and ones where it's very easy to imagine them becoming white hot.
All right.
It only seems to go in one direction. Jim, thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.